You wake up before your feet even hit the floor. You're scrolling. Sound familiar? You've probably seen the warnings. Don't touch your phone for the first hour. It wrecks your cortisol. It hijacks your whole day. Maybe you've even felt guilty about it, right? Like you've already failed before you've gotten out of bed. So, is that actually true? Or is it wellness influencer fear-mongering dressed up as science? Let's separate what's actually proven from what's just confidently repeated. First, what's real? Your brain naturally releases a cortisol spike shortly after waking. It's called the cortisol awakening response. It's completely normal. It's one of the things that helps you feel alert and ready to start the day. This happens whether or not you touch your phone. It's wired into your biology, tied to your internal body clock. Scrolling doesn't create this spike. It's already happening, phone or no phone. So if the cortisol spike isn't caused by your phone, what does scrolling actually add? A flood of small, unpredictable rewards, a like, a message, a funny video, an interesting headline. Your brain doesn't know what's coming next. And that uncertainty is exactly what keeps you hooked. This is called a variable reward system. It's the same mechanism that makes slot machines so compelling. Every swipe is a tiny gamble. Will this one be boring or will it be the good one? That unpredictability is engineered. Most apps are designed by teams whose entire job is to keep that loop going. Here's where it gets more complicated. Stacking emotionally intense content. News, arguments, comparison, right on top of your existing morning cortisol spike can genuinely make you feel more wired and anxious. Multiple studies link this kind of scrolling, often called doomscrolling, to higher stress and worse mood throughout the day. There's also a deeper reason this happens. Negative content triggers your amygdala, your brain's threat detector. Your brain didn't evolve for an endless feed. It evolved to scan for danger, then stop. Modern platforms never let that scanning stop. But, and this matters, most of that research focuses specifically on doom scrolling and heavy social comparison. Not just checking the weather and a text from your mom. The content matters more than the simple act of looking at a screen. A weather app and a feed full of outrage are not neurologically the same thing, even though they're both scrolling. So is it really wrecking your whole day, like some videos claim? The honest answer, that the evidence doesn't fully support that as a universal rule. Some claims floating around, like phones triggering a stress response 96 times a day, comparable to seeing a predator, are dramatic exaggerations, not established science. That kind of framing makes for a compelling hook. It doesn't make it accurate. What's actually well supported is more modest and, frankly, less dramatic. Starting your day with high stress or emotionally charged content can prime a worse mood for the hours that follow. Starting with neutral or mildly positive content generally doesn't show the same effect. Sleep quality matters too. Scrolling right before bed is more consistently linked to poor sleep than scrolling right after waking. So if you're optimizing one moment, the evidence leans toward protecting your wind down at night more than your first seconds in the morning. So, what's the actual takeaway here? It's not really about the first scroll. It's about what you're scrolling. Doom scrolling, arguments, comparison content, probably worth delaying, especially right after waking when you're already primed for stress. A quick check of messages, the weather, or a reply from a friend. The evidence doesn't suggest this is secretly sabotaging your nervous system. If you do want a buffer before screens, that's a completely reasonable personal choice. Some people genuinely feel calmer starting the day that way, but it's a preference, not a medical necessity. You don't need to feel like you've already failed the day just because you checked your phone before your feet hit the floor. The goal isn't a perfect morning routine. It's just noticing what kind of content leaves you feeling worse and being a little more deliberate about that. Subscribe for more health claims, fact checked simply. See you in the next video.